Think a brake job is simple? One wrong move on modern cars could cost you thousands. Here's why you can't force today's brakes. Electronic parking brakes, or EPB, are everywhere now. If you try to push the caliper piston back with a C-clamp, you'll destroy the delicate gears and motor inside. That means dashboard errors, a stuck parking brake, and a repair bill that can hit thousands. The only safe way: use a scan tool to talk to your car's computer before touching the brakes. Let's break down how to do it right, saving you money, time, and headaches. Old-school parking brakes were simple. Just pull a lever, tighten a cable, and you're done. This mechanical system was easy to understand and repair, relying on direct physical force to keep your car in place. For decades, drivers trusted this straightforward design, and mechanics could service it with basic tools. When it came time to change brake pads, you'd simply release the brake and use a tool to push the piston back into the caliper. The process was hands-on and intuitive, making maintenance relatively quick and accessible for most car owners and technicians. Today things have changed dramatically. Instead of a lever, a button sends an electronic signal to a computer, which then commands small electric motors on the rear calipers to apply the brakes. This shift has made parking brakes more convenient and integrated with other vehicle systems. These motors use a series of gears to move the piston, all managed by sophisticated software. The computer ensures precise control, adjusting the brake force as needed and monitoring the system for any issues. Features like auto hold and automatic engagement are now possible because the computer is in control. The system can even apply or release the brake automatically in certain situations, adding a new level of safety and convenience for drivers. But with this technology, you can't just push the piston back like before. The gears lock it in place until the computer gives the command. This means traditional methods no longer work for servicing these brakes. Maintenance now requires following a specific electronic procedure to retract the piston. Technicians must use diagnostic tools or software to communicate with the car's computer and safely prepare the system for service. This usually involves putting the system into a special service mode, which temporarily releases the electronic lock on the caliper so work can be done safely and correctly. Always remember to communicate with the car's computer before you start any physical work. This step is crucial to avoid damaging the electronic parking brake system and to ensure a smooth, trouble-free repair process. Here's the tricky part. Every car brand has its own EPB service procedure. What works for a Ford won't work for a BMW or Toyota. Each uses different software and hardware. Some cars require a scan tool plugged into the OBD2 port to command the EPB to retract. Others let you use a sequence of button presses and pedal moves to enter service mode. The key is to research your exact year, make, and model before starting. Never guess. Find the right procedure, and you'll avoid costly mistakes. When it comes to retracting an electronic parking brake, or EPB, for service, there are two main approaches you'll encounter: using the car's built-in service mode, or relying on a dedicated scan tool. Each method has its own advantages and is suited to different situations depending on your vehicle and the tools you have available. Some vehicles make things simple by letting you activate service mode through a specific sequence of ignition, pedal, and EPB button actions. This means you don't need any special equipment. Just follow the steps in your owner's manual or repair guide, and you're ready to go. If you perform the sequence correctly, the dashboard will confirm that maintenance mode is active, and the EPB motors will automatically retract, allowing you to safely service the brakes without any extra tools. However, many cars, especially European models and newer vehicles, require a scan tool to electronically command the EPB to retract. This is often the case when the manufacturer has locked down the process for added safety or security. Scan tools come in a wide range, from affordable consumer models to advanced professional-grade devices. They guide you through the process step by step, providing clear feedback and reducing the risk of mistakes. While scan tools can be a bigger investment, they're essential if you plan to work on multiple modern vehicles, or if you want the added confidence of precise electronic control. Both methods are safe and effective, as long as you carefully follow the exact steps for your specific vehicle. Always consult the repair manual or trusted sources before starting. Precision is key. If you miss a step or make a mistake, you may have to restart the entire procedure, which can be frustrating and time-consuming. So, whether you invest in the right scan tool or master the manual sequence for your car, understanding both options will help you tackle EPB service with confidence and avoid unnecessary headaches. Ready to do the job? Here's a universal step-by-step guide. First, chock the front wheels and connect a battery maintainer. EPB motors draw a lot of current. Activate service mode using your car's procedure or a scan tool. Listen for the motors to retract. Confirm the caliper is unlocked before proceeding. Remove the caliper and gently compress the piston. It should move easily. Install new pads and hardware, then reassemble and torque everything to spec. Exit service mode and calibrate the new pads using the scan tool or car's procedure. Pump the brake pedal to seat the pads, then cycle the EPB button to test engagement. Check for warning lights before a careful test drive. Follow each step, and you'll avoid expensive mistakes. Let's finish with the most common EPB mistakes. Never force the piston back without activating service mode. You'll destroy the motor gears. Always maintain stable voltage during the procedure. A weak battery can corrupt the control module. Don't guess the service procedure. Find the exact steps for your car. Never skip exiting service mode and calibrating the system after pad replacement. Forgetting this leaves the parking brake out of sync and can trigger fault codes. A few minutes of research and careful steps save you hundreds in repairs. Avoid these pitfalls, and your brake job will be a success every time.